What's up, everybody? Are we live? Is this working? Is it live? I'm live early. I think I'm live. I'm going to double check the stream here. It doesn't say I'm live, which is weird. Oh. Yeah, it's live. What's up, everybody? There we go. We even got the echo going. Nicely done, Brandon. Let me send a tweet, let people know I'm live. We're just going to chase the Sony updates, and the podcast is going to start in about a half hour. Jenna, Jamie, and Aaron will come pop in. But I figured I've been to CinemaCon so many times. I'm going tomorrow morning. I chose not to go today just because I didn't feel like going today. Let's close out the echo there. Let me just get this tweeted. We'll be good to go. All right, we got the. There we go. Using a photo from CinemaCon past. I'm just going to use this to follow it. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's see what the chat's yapping about so far. Are we getting more Avengers casting news? Not today. Probably Thursday. Disney and Marvel are Thursday. I will be there for that. AOBD Courtney, what's up? I can't wait for Face Hero to talk about the full casting announcement. We're doing that tonight. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So in about 27 minutes, Jenna, Jamie, Aaron, and myself will be live for a Phase Hero recording. This is just CinemaCon pre-show. It's really annoying me. It's not showing me how many people are watching live. We're not going to get a Spider-Verse trailer, I don't think. We're going to get a release date, I believe. What's up, Brandon Moore? How you doing, my friend? Let me go real quick, fix one more thing about the stream. This is the first ever Phase Hero pre-show. This will be deleted after the podcast starts. So basically, we're just going to chase the updates live. I had so much fun with everybody on that Doomsday stream. That was that had 3,000 people watching, so that was cool. And I'm trying to do the same thing here. We had a blast. Cleo Cam, 88,000 views on that one. What's up, Jacob Wells? Wait, where'd that comment go? Comments are flying. Hannah, what's up? All right, Spider-Man 4 title, maybe today. That could be Thursday. I don't know if Sony or Disney will do that one. Fastest fingers at CinemaCon. I am home today. I have a very, very early flight. I'm going to go to the Lionsgate panel in the morning. I'm going to go to the Warner Brothers / DC presentation in the afternoon. I thought I was going to be there all day as well, Misha. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was fun, though. What do we got here? So here's what happens at CinemaCon. Everybody came here looking for updates on CinemaCon. I can tell you, I've been to CinemaCon so many times. The image that the thumbnail is, that is, I took that a couple years ago and I just pulled it up on my phone and used it for this. So right now at CinemaCon, what's happening is a whole bunch of pre-Sony. Sony might have started. Let's see. Shalice is there. Jack Black. Okay. So Jack Black and Paul Rudd are on stage right now at CinemaCon. So the Sony panel has officially begun. It's begun. And we're going to be chasing it live right now. I feel like Glenn Powell and Twisters, except I'm chasing Spider-Man updates instead of tornadoes. That hashtag show, Junior's in there. They're talking about their movie Anaconda. Joking, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, Anaconda. So Mix-a-Lot playing in the back. All right. I got to Google Anaconda. I'm not super familiar with whatever this is. Anaconda star. Wait, what? Anaconda is getting like the 1997 Anaconda movie, which already does have some sequels. I remember Anaconda. Anaconda 2025. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay. Is that Gerard Butler as well? Who is that? Selton Mello. I don't know who that is. Daniela Melcher. I love her. So, yeah. Anaconda's going right now. Tom Rothman was just introduced on stage by Paul Rudd. Okay, so the big man in charge of Sony is on stage right now. I'm Seth Rogen, said Tom Rothman to kick it off. I kind of like doing this more, and I guarantee you, in terms of revenue, this is going to make more money than being at CinemaCon tomorrow. But this is fun. This is fun, but I don't want to miss out on CinemaCon itself. So I will be there tomorrow. Tom Rothman is on stage. I have the feed going here just with live updates. And yeah, so let's see how many people are watching live right now. I wish this would show me how many people are watching live. It's driving me insane. Hey, we got almost 500 people watching live. Welcome to the stream. So Face Hero is going to start in about 23 minutes. I just figured I'd hop on, do a little pre-show. Tessa Smith, Mama's Geeky, what's up with the update? What'd you say? Paul Rudd and Jack Black give hilarious introduction to the panel while talking about their new Anaconda. Jermaine from IO9, Sony Pictures presentation about to start. Spidey senses are tingling. So Chris Miller gave a little spider tweet not that long ago. And, Spider-Verse news is coming. The Spider-Verse stuff has been announced at CinemaCon in the past. I was there for that. I could probably pull up those photos, but your goodness, that would be... Let's see what we got. I'll see if I could find some. What's going on in the comments? BD, hit us with some predictions. CinemaCon predictions. I think we get Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse release date. Tonight, I think we probably get some sort of IP from Sony. Maybe Bad Boys gets an update. Jump Street gets an update. Men in Black maybe gets an update. I don't think there's going to be a ton of other Marvel updates from Sony, though. I don't think Morbius, Madam Web, Venom are really going to be talked about at all. I'd be shocked if they are. Spider-Man 4, I don't know if that would be during the Sony presentation or the Disney/Marvel presentation on Thursday. I'm very excited for Disney's on Thursday. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in the room. I'll be tweeting. But I do know this is probably the more fun way to do it. But I think people would rather see the visuals and the fast updates on Twitter. So I'm kind of torn. I've been to CinemaCon 10 years in a row. I have to go. I will be there tomorrow for Warner Brothers in DC. I'm flying out super early in the morning. I'll be there for Lionsgate. El Muerto. Oh my gosh. Remember that movie? I wonder if this is true. This, if it's on Twitter, I have no idea if that's real. This DC Studios. I do believe Saffron and Gunn will probably be there, but I don't know if this is really from THR. Anybody can tweet anything these days. How much does it cost? So CinemaCon is not open to the public. Tickets are free. The only way to get a ticket is to be media. Now they're inviting a lot of content creators, which I kind of toe the line of both. Fortunately for me, I have a CinemaCon credential. I'm going out tomorrow. But it's for theater owners and exhibition and distribution and all that. So basically the point of CinemaCon is the studios go to get all the theater owners very excited and show them, look at all the movies we're releasing. We're excited to work with you. We're going to make a bunch of money, which means you're going to make a bunch of money. Let's make a bunch of money together. Here's our slate. Everybody get excited. We appreciate you. Let's roll out some celebrities so you guys can feel like a part of this because we appreciate you. So that is pretty much CinemaCon. You can't buy a ticket to CinemaCon. It's at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Right now, they're in the Coliseum. It's this massive venue. They do lots of different shows there. And for these 4 days, it is presentations. Today is Sony. Tomorrow is Lionsgate and Warner Brothers. I'll be there for both. Wednesday, they're showing How to Train Your Dragon, the full movie. It might be unfinished. I'm not sure. I'm not going to stay. I'm going to come home tomorrow night. I'm going to fly home. Wednesday is also a Universal presentation. I think Angel Studios, possibly also Amazon. I don't know. And then Thursday is Paramount in the morning, which you can bet Mission Impossible is going. Tom Cruise and all them, they love to show off something big for Paramount on Thursdays or at the Paramount presentation. And then Disney has a 2-hour spot there where typically in the past, they just show a movie. They're not just showing a movie this time. So I'm going. Is that it? Do we have our Spider-Verse date? No. Not yet. People are still going off the rumor from Cosmic Circus, which Cosmic Circus is, they get it right. They get it right often. But I'm fully expecting an official Spider-Verse update from Sony during the presentation. Tom Rothman on stage, and he said the most important thing in the health and of real movies, meaning movies and movie theaters, is the films themselves. That's our jobs, and we have good ones coming. So this right here, real movies, meaning movies and theaters, it's quite common for studio heads and different people involved to take shots at Netflix and other streaming services. Sony is one of the few there that doesn't have their own streaming service, so I feel like they're the only ones who can stand on business during that. But yeah, Sony also, their movies. What did he say about this video? Oh, just that he walked down Seth Rogen, reference to the studio itself. Here we go. Coy Jandro. Coy, what's up from Real Rejects? I love Coy. Tom Rothman spitting facts about the need to address costs and windows in regard to theatrical. Big facts. Big facts. Sony agreeing to work with theaters on these key issues. I agree with Coy saying that he agrees with Tom Rothman. I think that you don't, there's no urgency to go to the movies. And everybody's like, why don't people buy tickets to the movies anymore? Because it's a freaking $100 to take two people to the movies. And then you can watch it again at home for something you're already subscribed to for $9. And it's also, there used to be a gap. There was like a period of time where if a movie wasn't in theaters, you couldn't watch it anywhere. It just wasn't available to you for like a month or so. And then you could buy it on demand and on physical media. I'm a big fan of physical media. But I think that studios have shot themselves in the foot by cutting that revenue stream out and shortening their theatrical windows and cutting money out of that, which is just clearly affecting it. And also people just, my predictions for the Disney presentation, I think Marvel goes big. Maybe Star Wars shows up. I think Pixar gets some good stuff. C Black, thank you for the $1.99. Do we get an F4 trailer on April 4? I say yes. 4-4. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Well, no, actually, I don't know, because it's on 4-3, the Disney presentation. So yeah. 28 years later being showcased right now. Is that true? Let's get to the latest posts. 28 years later, just walked out. Okay, so this trailer might get released online in real time, in which case we'll take a gander. We'll take a little peek. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way. The Avengers Doomsday stream was a blast. I'm really thinking, like, should I even go to CinemaCon tomorrow, or should I just do these updates? What do you guys think, chat? Should I go to CinemaCon tomorrow, or should I just do a live stream like this? Hey, say hi, Ozzy. I appreciate you letting me work, but feel free to say hi. I love when you guys say hi at conventions. Yeah, I've had friends come up to me, like, after people will come up to me and say hi out in the world, and they're like, people just come up to you like they're your friends. I also got to take your picture off, but yeah, I always appreciate that. This will be another 7-hour live stream. So we're gonna start Phase Hero in 15 minutes. Jenna and Jamie will be joining me. But we're going to keep the updates going throughout. We're going to talk about some other news. Everybody says go, 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 go. The problem is I can't do this live stream. And this live stream is great for the 28 years later trailer being shown right now. Okay, we're out here. We got to look for it. We got to look for it. Let's look for the 28 years later trailer and bring it up. We'll all watch this together. Let's see. Sony doesn't release everything online. From CinemaCon. I'm looking for the trailer. I don't have it. Funko Pop Portraits got in the feed there. Hey, on the Twitter feed with the hashtag CinemaCon. 28 years later trailer is being played right now. So that's the difference. If I go, I can see the footage and I can report back. If I don't, I can do this and just watch all of this and have it'll grow the channel more if we're honest. But I think I'm going to do like a vlog of the whole month of April. About to cross 58,500 subscribers. Thank you for that, everybody. That's insane to me. I really appreciate that. 800 people watching live right now. That is freaking crazy. Thank you. Geez, guys, let's go. This grows the channel. Being there is a networking opportunity and a reminder to all the publicists and all the studios and all the marketing people that, hey, I do this still. I don't work at an outlet. I am the outlet. I don't want to go work at another outlet. Working in media, I just watched another friend get let go from CBR today. It's just, you don't own anything. You gotta do all the, like, you gotta ask questions. Sometimes you don't want to ask. And then the internet blames you for it. It's just, I don't know. it's a blessing and a curse. It's bittersweet. I can't complain about an incredible 10-year run at one site, but I also would just rather not work for someone and be able to make decisions like, oh, should I pick up and go to CinemaCon tomorrow, or should I just stay home and YouTube it? I'm leaning towards YouTube it. I'm missing OVW on Thursday, which is killing me. The first Thursday that I'm missing with OVW since it started, or since I started. Phew, no, they're on like 1,400. All right, stay home and stream, says Monodo Max. No one is typing this type of stream. No one is doing this type of stream. This will do big numbers for you. You're right about that, Max. You are right about that. YouTube it and chill with us. Man, maybe there's a way to do both. Maybe there's a way to do both. All right, let's see what people are saying about. All right, the Hollywood Reporter says, 28 years later trailer opens with armored mercenaries in a dark cave. They're attacked by the infected. There are so many dead, infected and non-infected alike. That's why our home is precious, a voice says. A massive bridge filled with infected is shown from above. Ray Fiennes says, there are many kinds of death. Some are better than others, end quote. The trailer ends with infected people breaking into a church and attacking a priest. I want to see 28 years later. You can't watch 28 weeks later at home unless you own it on physical media, by the way. I have no idea if that trailer is going to get dropped online. Danny Boyle spoke out about it. I still love an apocalypse British style. I love killing the infected zombies if you like, and I still love blowing shit up. Nice. I bet they're having fun in there right now. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Let's keep it rolling. 58,512 subscribers. I really want to cross 60,000 this week with CinemaCon. But man, with the DC stuff tomorrow, there's a chance if I don't. Honestly, the channel will do better if I don't go to CinemaCon. Oh, you can buy 28 weeks later now physically, according to Patrick Smith. Thank you, Patrick. 28 years later, how are they still alive this long? What do we got next? Let's go to the CinemaCon hashtag. All right, everybody talking about the CinemaCon. Tessa Smith, what'd you say? Trailer is insane, you guys. Multiple jump scares. Ooh, I like jump scares. I don't really like jump scares. They scare the shit out of me. June 20th for 28 years later. That movie's so soon. Drop the trailer. Wait, what? What? Is this news? Did we not know that? Killing Murphy's in 28 years later? What? Cillian Murphy confirmed to return. Oh, in the trilogy. Cillian Murphy confirmed to return in the trilogy, seemingly not 28 years later, though. Interesting. That's okay. I feel like we knew that. All right. Next up, Nia DaCosta, director of The Marvels. Candyman too, right? Is on stage talking about 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Very nice. Very cool. All right, what are we looking at here? Let's see. 58,523 subscribers. Huge thanks to everybody who's subscribing. Really appreciate you guys. 863 people watching live right now. That's fun. Insane. Please hit the thumbs up. 153 thumbs up already. Hope you're having a good time enjoying the CinemaCon updates with all of us here. I love this YouTube community. Streaming is fun. We did it for that Doomsday stream, 5.5 hours. Spider-Verse director's on stage. Soup said it. Here we go. Spider-Verse. Sound the Spider-Verse alarm. Wee-oo, wee-oo. You're a sunflower. Think my love will be too much. Spider-Verse time. Here we go. What do we got? Come on. I believe you, Soups. You better not be lying to me. Camion Brent, what up? Zero won't miss. All right. I'm not responsible for anything in these hashtags, by the way. Phil Lord is on stage. There we go. The Hollywood handle. Phil Lord is on stage. Hey, for Hollywood handle, by the way, thanks for the shout out when I hosted the D23 panel for Marvel Animation. That was cool to see. Thank you for the tag and the I don't know if you're watching this Hollywood handle, but Cillian Murphy returning. That's big news. All right, Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming in 2027 with an epic conclusion to Miles Morales' story. We're getting it in real time, baby. What's next? Okay, so 2027. That's all we got. Will officially release in 2027. I guess that's all the update we get. Maybe they don't have an exact date yet. Oh, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse takes place the second Across the Spider-Verse ends. I love that because of that cliffhanger. What's next? Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to take so long because they want to make sure they get it right. Okay. All right. Spider-Verse ending. I got to get a tweet out from Phase Hero. Cillian Murphy. Yeah, we're back to Cillian Murphy. 2027 release. It's official. All right. Well, that's it. There's no way that's it. Bigger than the last two films. Described as a massive finale. All right. Hey, I like it. I like what we're seeing here so far, guys. Footage is being shown. Let's wait for that footage description. Sending a tweet. What we got? Let's go up to the top here. Okay, the film is said to be bigger and bolder than the previous two films. The entire team working on new animation techniques. Very cool, very cool. Phil Lord says Beyond the Spider-Verse is bigger than the past two films. Also states the film starts right where the last film ended. Beyond the Spider-Verse, there we go. I don't know. This is twice now we've seen this. James Gunn, Peter Safran at CinemaCon with via THR and a tweet, but I am always cautious on the. Whoa. Hold on a second. Let's get the update. It's because I switched. I got to switch back to this one. There we go. Okay, we're back. June 4th, 2027. Is that real? June 4th, 2027. Let's get a tweet out. Getting this tweet out, coming back to the comment section because we are having a good time here. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse officially hitting theaters June 4th, 2027. What else we got? Any footage? Was there actually footage? Okay. The Hollywood Reporter has the update here. The team beyond Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse show off the first ever footage from the 2027 film at CinemaCon. Gwen Stacy, Peter B. Parker, and Miles Morales fight a supersized villain Spot. Miles recalls moments from his past that have led him. He fights a neon pink version of himself as the Prowler. So they're fighting after that cliffhanger. Kind of what we expected, but that's cool. Anything else here? Any other bits of description? Let's keep searching the hashtag. Update us. What's everybody thinking of this so far? 1999 Scott, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the super sticker. Mel NY Series BD, congrats on the success of your channel. Never question if you did the right thing again. Thank you for that. I was worried. I'm really not anymore. Well, there are days. I'm not. The money is inconsistent. It does allow me to pursue what is actually my passion, which is wrestling. And I go to Louisville every Thursday, except this Thursday because I'll be at CinemaCon. But yeah, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Thank you all for hanging out and watching this and doing this with me. This is awesome. How are the subscribers looking? We went from 523 to 542 since the last refresh. Thank you so much. Okay, summary for Zach Burns. Everybody in the comment section, all at once. What is the day that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to release? Because Zach Burns missed it. What's the date, everybody? Because I know it off the top of my head. It's going to be in one of these tweets coming up here in a second. There it is. There it is. What's the latest update here? Anything here? Big Gold Belt Media. I love the guys from Big Gold Belt Media. They're already on to Caught Stealing in there, but we're going to spend some more time on Spider-Verse because Darren Aronofsky's awesome and Austin Butler's cool, but we are a big geek audience here. Beyond Spider-Verse coming out June. Animation. Oh, okay. Ashley Saunders says the footage they are pushing the animation medium once again. So that's really cool. So any minute now, just in a few minutes, we're going to start the Phase Hero podcast, which is going to cover CinemaCon. We're going to keep these updates going, but it's also going to, we're going to talk about the Avengers Doomsday cast. We're going to talk about a few things like that. Across was a step down narratively. Hot take from Tyler Adams, everybody. Do we agree? My criticism of Across is that it really is half a movie. I think it's a brilliant, incredible film, but it's half a movie. Let's see what Chris Miller just tweeted. That's not the right Chris Miller. Where's the right Chris Miller? Isn't it like Chris Miller? What? I can't find it. Oh, we got the first look. Here we go. Look at that. First looks at Spider-Verse. Boom. Okay, there's Prowler. There's Miles and Gwen. There's Miles. We got our first look at Spider-Verse right here live happening right now. This is sick. Wow. Look at that. That is your new background. That is your new background. Oh my goodness. That's gorgeous. Look at Prowler. And that's Miles in that suit. That's alternate universe Miles. Wow. Wow. I had to tweet that. Oh, there's more pictures. Wait, oh my gosh. Wait, where is this coming from? What's the official source of this? Look at Prowler. Goodness gracious. Is this from the Chris Miller tweet? This looks sick. Here, let me move my my thing down so you can see it without me. Oh my gosh, get out of the way, Brandon. Get your big old head out of the way. Look at that. That's update layout. There we go. Save. Wow, is it so big now? Make me smaller so the people can see. Save. Okay. Update layout. All these are the first looks. Prowler looks sick. The animation is just gorgeous. We know that. There's Miles. I don't know if that's a new image. That's a new image. Okay, wow. 1,300 people watching. What's up, y'all? Let me make sure I'm not missing any super chats or anything. Wow. Geez. Okay. This really makes me not want to go to CinemaCon tomorrow and just stay home and stream, because this is probably more fun. But being there is I just feel like I have to be there for Warner Brothers in DC. They're on Caught Stealing now, but these Spider-Verse images are going so hard. Sheesh kabibble. Oh wow. Jeez, 1340 watching live. What's up? Oh, they're doing Resident Evil now. Hold on just a tick. I can't get over how good that looks. What is that background like? Are they like phasing through some stuff? Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Okay, they're talking about Resident Evil now. Hashtag show at the update. Zach Kreger is there to talk about Resident Evil. Hold on, I got some friends now. Hold on, everybody. Please welcome. Oh, $5. What's up? Challenger Girl ATX. Thank you for the 5. Hey, just a quick chat. See what I'm thinking about it. Got my Whatnot Red Hulk comments and boxes, and they are fantastic in person. Hey, the Whatnot stream was fun. Thank you so much for that, Challenger Girl ATX. That was a lot of fun. The one image looks like an iPad game. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. How long is the Sony panel? It's going to keep going for a while, by the way. All right, let me adjust the cameras here and get my friends into the stream. There we go. Save. Update layout. All right. Add to stage. Add to stage. What up?
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody say hi to Jenna and Jamie.
Hi, everybody.
So we're going to do a Phase Hero episode, but it's going to be a little bit chaotic. It's not going to be like usual. It's going to be chasing the CinemaCon updates. Resident Evil is happening now. Have you guys seen the Spider-Verse images?
No.
I just did. I was backstage watching you go through them.
I was making sure I had a working microphone, so I did not get a chance to look at them yet.
Jenna, look at these. Look at these bad Larrys.
Ooh. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. Sorry to the audio listener that might be hearing this part in podcast form. That just sounds deeply uninteresting.
We'll do like an official podcast intro and start podcasting, but we will let them know for the audio.
Okay, and 2027.
June 4th, 2027. Let's get through the Resident Evil updates here. It's going to be a wild ride, says the movie podcast. I love the guys from the movie podcast, by the way. Tessa Smith. What'd Tessa say? Resident Evil is going to be built in the way that the games are, something the film has never been done. It will focus on one central character as they descend further and further into hell.
Interesting.
I just did interviews for Devil May Cry today. Actually, I don't know if I can talk about that show yet, but I did see it.
I recently watched all the Resident Evils for the first time. I had never seen them all, and a lot of them are better than I thought they were going to be. I had real fun with that journey.
I want to thank Scott Autry for the 1999, my friend. Sony is hustling through this panel. This is what happens once the panels start. Mm-hmm. The thing is, sometimes at CinemaCon, like the studios will get on stage and they'll turn it into like a full-on interview panel, and it just becomes a yap fest, and everybody's like, get to the next thing. I like that they're moving this quickly. Wow, they're already done with Resident Evil. Okay, they're on to a big, bold, beautiful journey next.
Oh.
Wow, okay. All right, I'm going to tweet these images and then we'll start our podcast, but wait, let me just get this. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is a new image then officially, huh? Okay.
I need everyone to know I just walked in the door from the airport. So
and we love you for it.
No, love you all. I had to be here. I'm really excited to talk about some of the things we got to talk about.
I will update that blank slate in a second. It's because I switched in another browser to the Phase Hero account to tweet the pictures.
At least it did that and didn't just show your browser. That could be chaotic.
I know. I've done the prep work to know what happens. There we go. Switch to Phase Hero. No, to Brandon Davis. There we go. All right, we're back with the live feed from CinemaCon. Yeah, all right. There's 1,230 people watching live. So what's going to happen right now? I just want to give everybody who's watching on video right now. We have topics to discuss from the podcast, Avengers Doomsday cast, all kinds of stuff like that. So we're going to do that, and we may cut in with obviously Sony updates as they happen from CinemaCon. So please continue to subscribe to the channel. Let's see what it's at now, because I won't be shouting that out over and over again while we're podcasting, because all the people who listen in audio form are like, what the fuck is he talking about? So yeah. All right. We won't do a countdown. We'll just start it, and then this will be the cutoff. Let's just go silent for like 10 seconds so I know I can just cut to it. What number episode is this? 48. I gotta go to Spotify.
I don't think we're at 48 yet.
I think we are.
If we are, we need to do something for 50. That needs to be like a thing.
This is 48.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
I'm gonna whisper to you.
1,200 people watching live. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Phase Hero episode 48 starts right now. If you're listening in audio form, this was recorded live during the Sony presentation at CinemaCon. Just a heads up to you, we have the feeds open on the stream right now. So if we cut off our topic discussion of Avengers Doomsday's cast, which we haven't had a chance to react to as a group yet, if we cut off the DC update discussion, anything like that, it's because there's an update from the Sony presentation, which also at the time of recording just dropped the Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse release date and some first look images. So we'll talk about all of that on the stream. But first, I'm BD, joined tonight by Jamie Jirac.
Hello, everybody. It's good to be back home in LA, but boy, oh boy, did we have some fun times in Chicago this weekend. Woo-woo!
Yeah. We got Jenna Anderson.
Hey, everybody. I am the reason why we had some fun times in Chicago because I just got married over the weekend and I got to have my favorite people, my Fantastic Four, with me for it. And it was so lovely. Jamie is the best officiant. I just have to shout that out in a public forum. You did an incredible job.
Absolute
Thank you.
showman.
I'm starting a business.
It was so much fun. Jamie was an absolute showman about it. If you need somebody to officiate your wedding, hit up Jamie Jirac. It will be the most entertaining night of your life. I promise you that. It was super fun. Yeah, all four of Aaron is not here tonight, but Aaron was there, and it was really nice to have all four of us together for a change. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. All right. So, should we just start with Spider-Verse since it just dropped and everybody wants to talk about it?
Sure.
Let's go.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, June 4th, 2027. It's described as a massive finale. They dropped the first look images, and everybody's pretty excited right now because CinemaCon's happening. We'll talk about the release date first. June 4th, 2027. That's such a long time.
I keep thinking like that makes it like a 3-year delay, right? And part of me like that feels insane waiting 3 years. But then I look back to the original Star Wars trilogy and there were 3 years in between each of those. So it's not unprecedented. Like so many people compared the last one to Empire. So it kind of makes sense in a way. But it still feels crazy.
I'm giving them so much grace given just the circumstances it took to even get to this point. And I would rather they take as long as they possibly need to deliver and to also have all of the people working on the movie be able to take the time that they need and not be like overworked. And so I'm fine with that date. It is kind of crazy in the grand scheme of things of like that. I think someone pointed out that's a month after Secret Wars, like just the time of how many announcements have happened and how much like the landscape around this movie has changed since the second movie came out is wild, but I know it'll deliver.
You got to wonder then, is Secret Wars going to impact it in any way? I mean, if I was betting, and I wanted to take the safe pick, I would say no. But given that there was clearly references to characters introduced in the MCU in Across the Spider-Verse, and they have talked about how they had plans for Tom Holland when we did those, like the quarantine watch party back in the day. Hard to imagine that's like completely off the table. But I don't know how you could then like follow Secret Wars with a Spider-Verse movie, because Secret Wars feels like the conclusion, unless of course that becomes a 2-part movie, which is possible as well. But yeah, so these first look images, I mean, Prowler looks incredible.
Yeah.
Prowler looks awesome. It's
very cool.
Woo-wee, they showed footage in there, and everybody was describing it as like continuing to push the boundaries of animation. I mean, this is all just gorgeous. I can't wait to see this movie. And you know what? I am glad they're making the best movie they can, but I want to see it. This is such a long time. It was supposed to be 6 months after Across, and it's going to be more like forever. Yeah. So GOAT is happening right now. Stephen Curry is talking about GOAT at CinemaCon. So let's we don't need to talk about GOAT. I did just watch a different Warriors centric movie, which was Freaky Tales. Jamie, you are going to love it.
I just watched the trailer the other day because one of my good friends is like obsessed with Pedro Pascal on like a Layla level, and so I'm hyped for it. So I'm glad to know that you think I'm gonna like it.
I liked it. You're gonna love it. It's from Anna Boden and Ryan
Yeah.
Fleck, by the way. There's gonna be an interview on the podcast. I already did it. Talk to them all about the movie, spoiler free. There's one spoiler question at the end, but I prefaced that. but they were awesome. They did Captain Marvel, as everybody knows, and they also did Masters of the Air, the Apple TV show. Poor old $10 said, I've waited so long to hear this is an understatement. I cannot wait for Miles and Gwen's reunion. That new picture of them two will be my comfort space for the next 2 years. Yeah, that picture of them together, Miles and Gwen getting back together, or like physically in the same space, back together in that regard, is really exciting. And they also described it as picking up right where the last movie left off. So
I would hope so, given that
he had to. I mean, that was half a movie, and it had such a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were Resident Evil updates. There's all kinds of stuff going on at CinemaCon, so we'll keep our eye on this as it goes. But we have other stuff to talk about, and I think we just have to go right into Avengers Doomsday, right?
Thank
you, Cameron Lang, for $199.
Boy, do we.
Woo! Oh okay, gosh. So if you somehow missed it, I was live for 5.5 hours on Wednesday. Jenna, Jamie, Aaron all popped in. Cam, Cleo, Dave all popped in, and I was there. I cooked eggs on the stream. I made lunch on the stream. I was there all day. All day. I didn't know that was going to happen, but I got about 2 hours in, and I was by myself the whole time, and I was like, wow, I'm going to be here all day. And then I took a lunch break, came back, still live. A lot of you probably found the channel because of that. But I was live for that long because Marvel is doing the most insane marketing tactics lately, and I respect it. Asad Ayaz, wherever you are, I mean, hats off to you, man. Between the Fantastic Four trailer launch or teaser launch, how you did that, leaning into the A24 style for Thunderbolts, and now this 5.5 hours of the whole world, 275 million views on the Avengers cast chair reveal. Goodness gracious.
Did I see how many it had more views than the Infinity War trailer got?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's like wild. That's crazy.
It was nuts. I'm going to name as many as I can off the top of my head. I'm telling you, I have nothing open except our StreamYard thing and the Twitter feed with all the
Do you
updates.
Want me to pull up a list while you vamp just so we can have accuracy?
Yeah, pull up the list because I want to see how many I can name because I know there was 27.
Yeah.
I want to see how many I can get through before having to cheat and look at a list. By the way, CinemaCon has shifted to Demon Slayer, so that's kind of exciting. Oh yeah, a Chainsaw Man. So Sony's big on anime. I think they have a Crunchyroll partnership or something. I don't know if that's still the case. What did that hashtag say?
If Aaron was here, we would have a more definitive answer.
Demon Slayer, Infinity Crisis is a sizzle reel about the franchise and some intense footage of fans in theaters around the world celebrating the movie. It's September 12th. Okay, we're just keeping our eyes on CinemaCon. No, Lucid, you cannot watch CinemaCon live. I will probably be going tomorrow to have live updates, but you can't stream it. But I have more fun doing this, and the channel grows more this way. So I don't know. I might actually not go tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Off the top of my head, and I'm going to try to go in order here. I'm sure I'm going to end up missing a few. Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Wyatt Russell, Hannah John Kamen. I'm already out of order.
You've skipped a couple.
Joseph Quinn, Eben Moss-Backrack, Pedro Pascal, Robert Downey Jr. We're at 10. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Rebecca Romaine. Did I say Florence Pugh when I was naming Thunderbolts? I don't think I did. 14. No Hugh Jackman. Alan Cumming. Kelsey Grammer. That's 16. I'm running low now. I'm running low. Tom Hiddleston. I think
I'm about to make a name for myself.
Oh my God, Channing Tatum, the one I was most excited about. That's 18. Who else was in there? Goodness gracious. They had
Letitia Wright, Paul Rudd.
Yep.
Tanaka Huerta. Simu Liu. Did you mention Simu Liu?
Oh my God. All my favorites. I forgot all my favorites.
Danny Ramirez, David Harbour, Winston Duke, James Marsden, Pedro Pascal, and RDJ.
27 people they've announced, and there's more coming. Quite a few more coming, I'll tell you that right now. And also, even if that was the end of the list, hell of a list, there will be quite a few more names coming. I'll tell you that right now. And they've already teased that, but I'm telling you that I know there's more names coming. But I also appreciate they're saving some of this stuff for Secret Wars. All right, but what do you guys? I've yapped about this already. Jamie, you're higher on the screen here. What? Go ahead.
I went through so many emotions on this day. So, like, I have to fly to Chicago. Jenna called me at 8 a.m. and she's like, the Chris Hemsworth trailer just dropped. Hurry, get ready. We're starting. And then so I pull it up and then I stare at my screen for 20 minutes until Vanessa Kirby's name finally comes up. And I go, oh, is this what we're doing? I got 3 hours of sleep and I was a little ticked off. But the more it went on, the more exciting it became. And then once we got to Kelsey Grammer's name, I was like literally screaming. And once we hit the rest of the X-Men, I was losing my freaking mind. But at this point, I'm in the airport. Like I'm checking my bag and I'm shouting to Tony, yeah! And it's a whirlwind. And then I'm getting on my plane and I'm like, I need to pay for internet. And I bought my internet right as Pedro Pascal's name came on, so I dropped $30 for nothing. So that, and then after sitting with it, I'm so excited. This is a great list to name, but I do think it's kind of BS that there's only 5 women on here. And I know everyone's like, but they're gonna announce more. There's gonna be more names. I still think it's not a good look that like the ratio between men and women here is that drastic. I don't like it, but I don't like that the only woman from the X-Men we know is Rebecca Romijn. Where's Hallie? Where's Anna? Where's Fania? Like, where my girls at? But I'm still holding out hope.
I'll say Daniel RPK dropped a rumored scoop today that Halle Berry's close to joining, and that was like, I was for sure. All right, you just announced Rebecca Romijn, you just announced Alan Cumming, you just announced James Marsden. Like, where's Halle Berry? Where's Halle Berry? I think Halle Berry is going to be in this movie. They just need her to sign. Yeah. Scott Austrie, I hope they. I just want to thank Scott Austrie real quick for the $9.99. I hope they announce women in the movie at some point. Kind of lopsided. Currently, 5 women and a sausage party.
Thank you, Scott. Correct. I also like Anna Paquin as Rogue was like my hero as a kid. Like, even though we all know she's not like really accurate Rogue, I don't care. She's everything to me. And like the idea of Channing Tatum coming back as Gambit first before we know Anna Paquin does offend me on a deep level. I love Channing Tatum. I'm very curious to see if he's going to do the same thing he did.
He better.
I don't know. I
Here's
have
the
mixed
thing.
feelings about that.
The fact that the Russo brothers are directing Gambit gets me very excited, because what they did with Thor was awesome. What they did with him in Infinity War, and then I'm not a huge fan of Fat Thor, whatever the proper word for him is. What they did with Thor in Endgame, I felt like he was too much of a joke of the character, even though I like what they tried to do in terms of what his emotional arc was. He was the main character in Infinity War, adjacent to Thanos. So I think they made characters like Thor. I would say they've directed Black Panthers, T'Challa, Black Panthers, best action scenes. I'd say in a lot of cases, they took characters and made them visually better. And in some cases, their arcs are improved as well. Some cases, they're not. But I can't wait to see what he does with Gambit and what they do with Gambit. Jenna, what are you thinking here?
I'm going to have a similar sort of story to Jamie. I did not sleep well the night before this because I was so worried that it was going to happen earlier, like the way that the FF trailer did, or like something crazy was going to go on. And, it's the week of my wedding and I'm still like, I need to be up early. And so I was up early. And then, once it took 10 minutes per chair, I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing. This is now my entire day. And as much as I felt conflicted about that in the moment, as it went on, I think this was a brilliant way to do this. I totally believe that it has the social media impressions that it did and then some, because seeing like even Channing Tatum share his clip on his like Instagram stories, you cannot buy that level of social media traffic. Like, it was genius to kind of do this the way that they did. I do agree about the lack of women in this announcement. And like in the moment, I didn't really notice it. But then over time, it was like, okay, like, yeah, this is kind of an oversight. I almost started to wonder of like, is one of the movies between Doomsday and Secret Wars an A-Force movie? And that's where we're getting a lot of the women. And maybe they're not even in Doomsday, because there is precedent for that with the most recent Secret Wars arc. But I'm not even getting my hopes too high with that. But I think if anything, it is this thing of a lot of the women that we still want to see, especially that are in the main universe, haven't been on screen in a little while, so they might need to renegotiate their contracts. But I'm excited. It's crazy just being in this world where all of these people are in the same like space together. And James Marsden, I fully cried when I saw his chair, because I cannot wait to get him back.
They just mentioned Zelda at CinemaCon.
Ooh,
live action Zelda just got a 2027 mention, so we'll keep our eyes on that. The Russo, I mean, I hear what you guys are saying. I'm also optimistic about that topic because of the fact that the Russos are the ones who put the all-women shot in Endgame as like that battlefield moment where they all assembled to say, hey, look, we have some badass girls in here. So hopefully
Tony hates that moment so much.
I mean, it's so out of place. It's ridiculously out of place.
It's silly. It's silly. But I
and if anybody in that group didn't,
we can trust them with the women.
If anyone in that sequence didn't need help,
yeah,
it was Captain Marvel. But
yeah.
they, it was like, hey, look, here's what we've built too. So $10 from Poro Poro. According to people at CinemaCon, there's a motorbike scene with Miles and Gwen, which melts my heart. I really want them to end up together. Could we get your 3 takes on their romantic relationship? Sure, especially since you paid $9.99, $10. Thanks. I love them together. I think it's like a really good like throwback romance, especially the parts where they're sitting upside down, all that kind of stuff in these movies. I love how Miles is just pursuing her. I mean, I'm a fan of that relationship.
Oh, I'm very pro. I ship it 100%. I'm also very distracted to see that we're getting some what I Know You Did Last Summer stuff.
Oh,
because that I Know What You Did Last Summer is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm
that's going down at CinemaCon right now.
Some of them next, so that you're gonna see me fully seated for that nostalgia bait. I can tell you that.
Wait a second, Jumanji 3, is that real?
I don't know. Wait for like more than one. Oh,
Jumanji
maybe.
3, December 11th, 2026. Is this real? Multiple tweets about it. Yes,
Verify.
Legend of Zelda, Clara and the Sun, Jumanji 3, and Starship Troopers are all upcoming projects in the Sony slate.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of these Jumanji movies. I'm not going to lie to you. December 2026 for the next Jumanji. That gets me hyped.
Dwayne's busy if he's in that one, and also every other movie that he's filming right now. That's crazy. Also, to answer I was saying like The Rock would be busy if he is filming that, because that seems pretty close. But to answer the Miles question, like I ship it, but I'm a comic fan, and like it was very interesting to see like it barely had really become a thing in the comics, and now like the movies definitely like revved up that relationship to be even more of a thing. I do like it, especially in the movies. I think it really works.
It looks like Jack Black might not be in the new Jumanji, but the rest of them will be. That's what I'm reading.
Do you think if I Instagram call The Rock right now, he'll answer and talk about?
Shoot your shot.
I have waited to play that card forever. I don't know if this is the time.
Not when I don't have makeup on. My God.
I know.
That would be. I'm afraid to do it. The Rock FaceTimed CM Punk from a wrestling ring one time. What if I just give him an Instagram call from
the
Phase
chat
Zero?
wants you to do it. What's the worst that can happen? He says no, or you never call me again.
Or his phone's just blowing up right now.
Yeah, those Jumanji fans.
I'm a fan of the Jumanji movies. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The original Jumanji with Robin Williams, I saw 5 times in theaters when I was 5 years old.
Nice.
And then I quite enjoyed the first of the 2. The second one I didn't really like. But my girl BB Newworth showed up. You guys know my biggest tattoo is BB Newworth's face. So I'm all for it.
All right. For the audio listeners,
DJ, I'm live on the stream right now. We just saw Jumanji 3 news. Can you send a note back that I will play for everybody?
Nice. I wonder if he'll is it Jumanji 3 or is it Jumanji 4?
Yeah, because the chat is pointing out it's technically Jumanji 4. So
I sent it, and you can't unsend a voice note, so it's out there. I'm
all right.
Oh, that was a voice note. Sorry if we were talking over you.
No, that's okay. All right, Jumanji 3 is going down, so that's cool. 1,400 people watching live, or Jumanji 4-ish. All right, 1,400 people watching live right now. This is probably one of the most watched Phase Hero episodes. Technically, this is a Phase Hero episode. We just had a pre-show today. All right, what else? I don't have the rundown open because I'm watching the CinemaCon updates.
I was gonna ask with the chairs, like, who is the name that everybody most wants to still see? I feel like we all know, but just even for the people watching who might not be familiar with who our faves are.
Who wasn't named?
Yes.
Hugh Jackman. Chris Evans.
It's so hard to say because obviously my answer is Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
But I also feel like she's going to be the surprise end credit scene. I'm holding on to that theory that she's not going to play a role in the first one and be like a surprise. I don't think we're done with her. Obviously Catherine Hahn is up there, but at this point right now, truly it's Anna Paquin. That's my true answer because they cut her out of Days of Future Past, Road Cut Forever. So
mine, I would say, like, going into the day, it was Tatiana Maslany. I was like, if I get a chair for her, I would love it, just to also see the internet just have their reaction and just kind of revel in their misery. But then, like, as the day went on and as the X-Men cast was announced, I really want Famke Janssen in this movie. Like, it doesn't feel right to have James Marsden and not have her. And Hugh Jackman feels like a foregone conclusion. Like, we're going to see him in these movies in some capacity. So, like, give me that love triangle with them in the comic accurate costumes and then let them all ride off into the sunset, and I will be so happy.
I also want to say, we better get the Marvels, because the fact that Kelsey Grammer is the only one from that movie. Like, where's like Tiana? Where's Lashana? Brie? Amon? Like, where are my girls at? Please, that I desperately need to know that they're going to be there.
Legend of Zelda movie, March 26th, 2027, official.
Nice.
So that's cool. That's cool. Let's talk about the story of Doomsday real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is an obvious situation where it seems like Doom, maybe with the power of Beyonders or something, is plucking the heroes out of their timelines and throwing them into the void.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like also maybe that is saved for Secret Wars, and this is somehow Avengers versus X-Men in a way, because it's universe versus universe, and when one is done, that sends us to the plucking of the characters for Secret Wars. But how does that make this a Doom movie? I'm not sure. Jenna, I know you have thoughts and theories.
Doom is the thing of this that I'm most curious about, because it's like, just looking at this roster of characters, like, obviously, like, the Fantastic Four, he's going to have some sort of connection with, even if this isn't his Fantastic Four. But it's like a lot of the characters that we do know are in this movie. How does Doom even really have them on his radar, or vice versa? I really hope, because I was talking to Chris, my husband, first time I'm saying that word on the show. This feels really weird. We were talking about like the Fox verse, and just, there's a bit in Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars about how the Illuminati are basically talking back and forth and debating of like, how should we let other Earths die to potentially save our own? And that is something that I've wanted to see kind of built up in the MCU Illuminati. And I feel like we're not really going to get there, just given how quickly we're getting to this story. But I would love it if, like, how we get reintroduced to the Foxverse X-Men is like, they are all debating that. And maybe like Scott and like Logan and Charles and Eric all have completely different views on that debate. And then that's also what pulls them into the conflict too. I think there's a way to do that could be really compelling, while also like scratching the nostalgia itch at the same exact time.
I would like that quite a bit.
Question: Did Benedict Cumberbatch already say he was in Doomsday? Didn't he say that at one point?
He said both.
Yeah.
First he said he's not, then he said he is.
Interesting. You think they put him on a chair?
That was one of those that I was like, there's no way he's not in the movie. Also, I mean, Denai Guerrero is not on a chair, but you have Letitia Wright and Winston Duke. So either these characters are plucked out and we never see them in their respective corners of the MCU, or there's a lot more names. And I promise you there's a lot more names. There are a lot more people in this movie that were not featured there.
Kat Dennings, where you at, girl?
Do we feel like it spoiled Thunderbolts?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think it did. And everyone's like, multiverse, but
no.
I mean, Taskmaster is cooked.
Yes.
Call in Gordon Ramsay for a tasting, because she's cooked.
I'm just more shocked about David Harbour, because I was totally convinced like that was Red Guardian's, like he would have some big like heroic moment in the movie, and maybe he still does, but now it seemingly doesn't end with his death, unless like he's the one multiverse character, but I'm not really banking on that. So I'm surprised, but I also feel like maybe they had to do this just to like at least break the ice and make it clear that some of this cast was in this movie. But like I'm already dreading on their behalf like the press tour and how many times they're just going to get asked about this movie and not even like the movie that they're actually promoting.
Yeah, that's true. I of course asked Ryan Fleck and Anna Bowden about Captain Marvel today, but not in like a hey, let's talk about the movie, but just like how has life changed after you do a Marvel movie? And I was like, you guys don't want to talk about this. Talk about this. But they were really delightful interview. I'm sorry, I am just keeping my eyes on the
overstimulated.
This is a peek into my life, by the way. Y'all saw it this weekend at the wedding. This is how I'm living these days.
This is like your brain on a good day.
All right, so that's Doomsday stuff. Is there anything else on the Marvel front that's really pressing? We might still get a Spider-Man 4 thing to close out the Sony presentation. I don't think it's over yet, so we're keeping our eyes out for that. It might come Thursday.
I had a quote like then.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. ahead.
I was going to ask if is there another panel after Sony, or is this it for the day?
This is it for the day.
This is it for the day.
Thankfully, it's not another 5.5 hour stream.
Thank
Sony.
God.
So yeah, the CinemaCon schedule is Sony today. Tomorrow is Lionsgate in the morning, and then Warner Brothers in DC at night. Then Wednesday is I believe it's Angel Studios.
Okay.
And also Universal is screening all of How to Train Your Dragon, and then they're doing a presentation for Universal Films, which obviously is going to be Wicked 2 and lots of other things.
Yeah.
Is DC going to be during our Daredevil show? Or are we gonna?
Oh yeah, tomorrow night is. Yeah, I was actually going to talk to you guys after we went off stream to figure out.
Yeah, we'll
Daredevil
figure that out
tomorrow, because I might be in Vegas. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
The streaming is more fun during these panels, and I don't know what I would do if I was there, because I'd have to create a video afterwards, and the video would just not perform that well because everything's already on Twitter. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge. I might wake up tomorrow and be 4 a.m. and be like, you know what? I don't feel like going to Vegas. But I do want to see the Lionsgate stuff. I want to see the Lionsgate stuff too.
Yeah. I did want to ask, like,
I interrupted you 5 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
this is like, because I did have on the rundown of like, dude, just predictions. Like, what do we want to see from the week? And I feel like I know Jamie's answer now that we know like when Universal's happening, because like there's a certain trailer.
Yeah, Wicked 2.
Yeah.
Wicked 2. Injected.
I think we get Superman, Supergirl. Yeah. I also think Disney closes that with Avatar, maybe Tron.
Yes. Yeah.
Lionsgate's going to go big on Ballerina.
Yeah. I hope, like, my tinfoil hat is I would love like a Hunger Games casting, like just saying who is playing like young Haymitch or something, like at least
Spider-Man 4. Wait a second. No, is this real?
Really?
Spider-Man 4. I love the authentic reaction, Jenna.
You never know. I hope.
Time. Jamie, put him on. Red alert! Red alert!
Red alert!
Red alert! What's happening? What happened?
It's Spider-Man 4 time.
Oh, red alert!
All right. Red alert.
Here we go. Spider-Man 4 announcement. What's it going to be called? What's it going to be called? Destin Daniel Cretton is there.
Hell yeah. Also, while we're waiting, I hope we get an FF trailer, because like the end of the week is 4/4. So like that feels like the perfect date to put out something related to Fantastic Four. And I feel like we're overdue for a new trailer.
I deeply hate April Fool's Day.
What do we think Spider-Man 4 is going to be called?
Part of me doesn't want them.
Amazing Friends.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, part of me like doesn't want them to keep the home name. I don't know. I feel like they have so many.
That's its own trilogy.
Yeah,
that's its own business.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Spider-Man 4 is up.
Someone in the chat says Spider-Man rental apartment. What if it is just Spider-Man 4?
They can't do that, because that belongs to Toby and Sam. That is their name.
Yeah.
We have to respect the dead.
Yeah.
Somebody tweets some updates. What's he saying? Big Go Bell. Everybody's saying he's on stage. What is Destin talking about? Because it's not Shang-Chi 2.
Listen, you got Simu back. That's better than nothing.
Oh, we got a quote here from the CinemaCon official Twitter account. I'm not sure if I should be proud of this, but my 1-year-old son's first word was Spider-Man. I love Destin.
Oh, cute. That's really cute.
I love Destin. All right. 1,600 people watching live. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. You might be able to convince me to stay home from CinemaCon tomorrow and just do this for DC. The problem is I won't see the footage if I don't go.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You think Tom Holland comes out on stage in a second here?
Yes.
I think so. Well, I don't actually. Christopher Nolan has Tommy locked down.
That is true. Maybe he like loans him out for a couple of days. It's like you can go take a little vacation and then come back.
Loans him out.
I hope everybody who's listening in audio form is just like excited to hear our reactions or something, because by now you almost certainly know the title of Spider-Man 4. The updates are going so fast you can't even.
Watch there not even be a title announcement.
There'll be. I think there'll be a title announcement. Title and date is what I'm thinking is about to happen.
I think we know the date already.
And the name is, somebody's teasing it. Great podcasting. Dead silent.
The audio listeners are just. I'm going to the official Spider-Man handle on my other window. Nothing. We are waiting with bated breath at the comment section. This is your last chance, comment section. 1,700 people watching live. Drop your prediction for the Spider-Man 4 title. What do we think it's going to be called? Look at how fast the tweets are going now that it's switched to Spider-Man. Oh, okay. Spider-Man 4 director Destiny and says the movie will be a ride that we haven't really seen before. This is what happens when Brandon Davis is not there tweeting. Yeah. Okay. You all would have the full fucking transcribed quotes. As soon as they left the lips, I would be live on Twitter if I was in the room.
Fastest updates.
Go tomorrow and just text that's what you're doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can make this work.
CinemaCon showed foot. Oh, that's a Spider-Verse tweet.
The chat's saying Tom's there.
Tom is there. Tom Holland.
Oh my goodness.
It's movie podcast. I love the guys from movie. Spider-Man, brand new day. They're doing brand new day.
Wow.
They're doing brand new day. Wow.
Wow. I like it.
Can you give us any insights on that?
So One More Day was obviously heavily influenced No Way Home in the way of erasing his identity and stuff like that. And so in the comics, it happens because he bargains with Mephisto and helps erase his marriage with Mary Jane. And it is just this whole thing with that. Brand New Day is an arc that was in 2008, and it kind of spins out of those events a little bit and just kind of shows him navigating this new status quo. So yeah, it is it's this whole massive initiative. I feel like doing Brand New Day, I don't see it being an exact adaptation, but I think they're going to be heavily influencing it.
June 10th, 2026.
June 10th. Where does that fall?
After Doomsday.
After Doomsday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is this official logo?
That looks fan made.
Yeah, it looks pretty fan made. Why is this going around like that? Because I just saw June 10th. Time out. Pause. I was wrong. It's not June 10th.
Okay, the chat is saying that's real.
That looks like it's real.
Okay.
Let's do a quick search for the Spider-Man handle. Nothing on Spider-Man. I think this is real.
This is the joy of doing a live show.
This is you're seeing it. You're seeing it in real time. So July 31st, 2026 is real. After Avengers Doomsday, before Secret Wars.
I will also say,
Tom Holland in Doomsday.
If he is, maybe it's a post-credit scene or just some little reference. I feel like this movie, because also Brand New Day is very kind of street level in its storyline and kind of its energy. A lot of it also kind of bled over into the Spider-Man games, just to kind of give you an idea of how that status quo sort of works, of having Aunt May working with a homeless shelter and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it could be in between, and it could be here's an incursion or a little universe pocket thing where he's just dealing with what he's dealing with. But I feel like you have to save him for Secret Wars just to get the black suit moment.
This is big. This is the biggest thing we've ever been live for. Over 2,000 people watched it. Didn't Mark Guggenheim write the Brand New Day comic?
No, it was, or no, part of it, yeah, because it was him, Dan Slott, Bob Gale, and Zeb Wells, and then a whole slew of artists working on that as well. But yeah, so it ran from January to July of 2008.
They've switched over to the Beatles film at CinemaCon, so we're gonna keep talking about Spider-Man.
Is the Beatles movie a narrative movie? Are people playing the Beatles?
So it's supposedly, they announced it initially as 4 movies, and each movie's from the perspective of a different Beatle.
I thought that was a bit. I really thought that was a joke. That's
no. No, because the running joke has been Ringo should be a Muppet movie and he's the only human, and I now want that to happen and would be disappointed if it doesn't. It could just end up being one movie, but I really want the 4 movies just for like the craziness that would end up being.
The event, like the trying to turn the Beatles into the Avengers is just a ridiculous concept. I really thought that was a bit.
They're probably wrapping it up with Beatles. That's probably their Oscar bait title that they want to wrap up the presentation with.
Yeah.
That was an exciting little round there with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So,
Jenna, now that you have this information, do you have a new Sadie guest?
I still want Firestar. Like I'm holding on to that theory with my dear life because I feel like you can still get the essence of the Brand New Day comics while in the same breath like doing the Spidey and His Amazing Friends sort of group of people. And I just think like doing something that they've never done on screen before and giving him those friends, I think definitely sets this movie apart like immediately.
Agreed. I'm with you. That's my hope as well.
I'm just making sure we didn't miss anything from the presentation. Variety has a whole report out, but nothing that we haven't talked about yet. Huh. Do I go to CinemaCon tomorrow? Do I go?
This is tough because this is fun. But they need you and your tweets.
Tell you what, there'd be a lot more updates out there. You know a lot more words that Destin Daniel Cretton said by now.
I need to know DC stuff. You need to be able to report it back to me. So
it's true. Yeah, well, I'll think about it. I got about 6 hours to leave the house to get to the airport, and I'm coming home tomorrow night too.
Crazy.
So, yeah, we'll see about that.
Do we want to talk about DC while we're?
Yeah, let's talk about DC. What were the DC updates of the week, Jenna?
So the first one is the most recent one, which is that Nathan Fillion is returning as Guy Gardner in Lanterns. Like this was confirmed today. I literally put this in the rundown with like likely place for him to be because this was pretty much a foregone conclusion. I'm still excited that it's confirmed and that we kind of know that he's in the show. I think it'll be really interesting just seeing how his characterization is juxtaposed with like the very true detective noir, very grounded vibe of the show. I think that'll be really fun. I'm also really curious because in the comics, part of the inciting incident that gives Jon Stewart the Green Lantern ring is that Guy Gardner gets hit by a bus and is like too injured to be a Green Lantern. And so I would love it if they do something similar on screen and just kind of like, because I know how people feel about Guy Gardner and I know he's going to be very comedic in Superman. And it would be hilarious if that somehow makes its way into the show. But I'm excited. What do you guys think?
I mean,
I was wrong. I didn't think he was going to be in there. I was wrong. Yeah.
That my only stance is I'd like to see Nathan in more things because I love to watch the man, and I have since I was a teenager. So,
Jamie, are you seeing this right here? Are you seeing this right here from Screen Rant?
So they confirm they're making 4 Beatles films, 1 for each member. Hell yeah!
Guys, this is like deeply ridiculous. Let's get the George Harrison movie. That's so crazy. Just make it like a 3.5-hour movie at this rate.
I almost envisioned it when they announced it as like it's 4 movies chronicling like the same events from different perspectives. Because I remember there was like that rom-com like 10 or 15 years, or like that romantic movie with like wasn't it James McAvoy and like Jessica Chastain, and it was like they did like the each character had a separate cut and then they had a third cut that was like 2 of them meshed together. I almost see it as something like that where it's like we're seeing John's perspective, then we're seeing Paul's perspective of the same scenes, and it'll all be stitched together into some crazy thing by the time all the 4 movies are out.
I'm picturing an Avengers movie, but also what could be cool is if it's just eras. The Beatles had a lot of business.
Yeah,
like the 4th movie is just Paul McCartney and Ringo now and like present day. I want to know who's playing them. But also, I think this is dumb. I really do think
it's only gonna take 1 year to film all 4 movies.
Yeah, so then that makes me think it's like the same events from different perspectives, which like that could be.
It looks like you're right. That's what this says. Scroll back down. BD, somebody wrote exactly what Jenna said. Different perspective. Yeah, right here. Each film is told from the unique perspective of the band members. Filming will take 1 year.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Sam Mendes has directed a lot of fantastic films. So
we're getting a Beatles cinematic universe before GTA 6.
Yes.
Do they cross over to an event film called The Beatles? Like, is it going to be Ringo Starr, each of their names, and then a 5th movie? Surprise, The Beatles. Or does Ringo get a sequel before the Beatles brings them together? Like,
just a whole.
No, what they're going to do in 2030, they're going to do a 4 Stones movies, and then it's going to be Beatles versus the Rolling Stones. And they're gonna be in like a Hunger Games type situation.
Let's look at this image real quick that the direct made showing all of the titles for Spider-Man Homecoming, the official artwork. And I'm sure this will change by the time the movie gets here. But Brand New Day seems to be in the font of Spider-Man from the previous titles. But the Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home were all like handwritten. And then Spider-Man was in that font. And then now it's in a more comic book looking, like Universal Studios Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, it is.
Looking font. Yeah, this is cool. All right, back to DC. Sorry.
No, you're good. And then this piece of news, which I'm very curious to see if this gets referenced at all in the presentation tomorrow, is that Trades said last week that Colin Farrell might be playing Sergeant Rock. This was like reported. It wasn't confirmed on social media by James Gunn or anything, so I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt because I know they usually wait to confirm casting of that nature until it is all set in stone. I personally find it really interesting. I have a lot to yap about this. I made a whole video yapping about it, but I want to hear what you guys think before I yap.
Barry Keoghan is playing Ringo Starr.
Is that for real? Or
yeah,
that was like reported on of like it was him and then it was Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, I believe.
Here they are.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So
Joseph
well, those are the
Joseph Quinn.
The 4 internet boyfriends. There they are.
Yep, there they are.
Put a 4 behind them.
Yeah. Wow.
What was the question?
Colin Farrell.
I mean,
what?
I love Colin Farrell. You know I love Colin Farrell. He's one of my favorite actors. I think it's weird to play another DC character so soon. But I don't care. And somebody's saying that image is fake. So Eric Goldman just said the names, and Eric Goldman's a good story. If you go back up, he just said him, and he's not messing around.
Okay.
Paul Mescal is Paul, Joseph Quinn is George, Barry Keoghan is Ringo, Harris Dickinson is John. So
wow.
Yeah. Wow.
My goodness. I can't wait to talk to my father about this. He's going to have thoughts.
As far as Colin Farrell as Sergeant Rock, he's so unrecognizable as the Penguin that, like, if there was something that gets a pass, this is like the reverse of Gemma Chan in the MCU, but with a lot less time in between.
It's so weird because how soon it is. Like,
yeah, I agree. It's kind of weird. But I also I think we underestimate how stupid audiences are.
Yeah.
Like, I really think people will be like, well, I think, first of all, having 2 Batman actors in separate franchises at the same time is going to be more confusing to people than everybody wants to admit. None of us here are going to lose track of that. I know that. If you're watching anything on my channel, if you're watching Face Hero, if you're listening to Jenna, Jamie, or myself, you know this. But your friends don't know this. Like, you have friends who do, but you have friends who don't. I have friends who didn't know that the X-Men have never crossed over with the Avengers, like, or why they couldn't in the past. Like, that is more common than people knowing the stuff we know about this. We're in the freaking trenches. It's like showing up to, I don't know, what name a job somebody does. Anything, pick a job.
Truck driver.
A bus driver?
Sure.
I don't know how to drive a bus, but to a bus driver and all their bus driver friends, that's ridiculous that you don't know how to drive a bus, right? Well, they'll probably say, that's okay, you don't know how to drive a bus. And the same way we're saying, you don't have the information. I think it's the same thing. Maybe not a perfect, because driving a bus, I actually think I could. That big ass wheel.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't. So if that makes
behind that thing, you start turning that
Face Hero at Comic-Con. We're gonna drive a bus around.
Yeah, Face Hero bus. Get on here, get a sticker, and sign a waiver before
Listen
you
to
ride.
his podcast for 10 hours in a row. Something crazy.
I think I could drive one of them things. Yeah. I'm talking about that the whole time for some reason. I don't really know why. But anyway, yeah.
My thing with Colin Farrell, I agree with BD of like, he's unrecognizable enough as Oz. And I also think a lot of people watch The Penguin and don't even actively register that it is a DC show. Like, they just think it's a good crime drama. They don't even really register that, like, oh yeah, Batman is supposed to show up and be in the background of all of this. So I think it is 2 fundamentally different characters, but I can see how he could connect to both of them. That I think it could be a really good choice. That, like, if the script has to be incredible if he is being drawn to want to play 2 DC DC roles almost exactly at the same exact time. Like that is promising to me. That shows to me like what the work that they're already doing on this movie has to be really good.
I think it's gonna be sick. I think the movie's gonna be dope. I have a lot of faith in a lot of the DC stuff that's cooking right now, and hopefully tomorrow we get a look at Superman.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason I want to go to CinemaCon tomorrow, is because if they show footage at CinemaCon that's only at CinemaCon, I don't want to miss it. That's really what it comes down to for me. But yeah, so all right. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about this week? Because Sony's presentation just ended.
Do we talk about Coyote versus Acme? Because that was also big news.
It is saying that it better make $1 billion after everybody
go see it.
Yes.
Get in that theater, put your phones away, and give those Looney Tunes your full attention, because this is a big deal.
Yeah. So that movie was basically going to be a tax write-off. I saw people saying, "Now do Batgirl next." That is not going to happen.
That is a whole different logistical ballgame. As someone who wanted that movie more than anything, I've like resigned myself to the fact that exact thing is never happening of it getting sold elsewhere. Maybe we'll see it like decades down the line, but this is not the same situation.
Eric Z asks, what did you guys think of Supergirl thing with Millie and Woman of Tomorrow comic? They also showed a Supergirl logo. Love it. I love that people. Yeah. I'm a trendsetter, baby. No, I think that's great. I think it's cool. I think that's going to be a thing going forward with DC. I think they're going to do it. Pretty. They did it with Superman already. Doing it with Supergirl now. That's the next project. Creature Commandos were never together. They were all recording in booths for animation. So I think, we'll see that more and more from them. But I think it's fun. And also Tom King is heavily involved in that. So I think it's cool to see him get some love for it too.
Yeah.
Jenna, you're the bigger DC person here. You're the.
No, I just agree wholeheartedly. It was funny. My husband showed me that photo this morning, and my maid of honor was still here, and she was like, "What's going on?" Because I like audibly reacted so much, and it was just a photo of her reading a comic, but I was still so excited. I desperately want to see what that suit looks like, because the one in that particular comic is beautiful, and I'm very curious to see how they translate that into live action. And just that movie is going to look and feel, I feel like nothing else that is in this space in any way. And so the closer we get to it, the even more excited I'm going to be. Plus we get Lobo, and like Jason Momoa has spent the entire Minecraft press tour just basically being like, I look like the comics. So that also is very exciting.
Yeah. Superman is what?
4 months away, 3.5
4
maybe.
Months. About 4 months away. Fantastic Four right around the corner. Thunderbolts is even closer. Spider-Verse is the farthest thing away I've ever had in my life. Spider-Verse is set out after Secret Wars. There's the official tweet from Sony Pictures. After Secret Wars. That's the farthest out superhero movie we have a date for right now. Right? Oh no, October 2027, a Batman movie.
Uh-huh.
Wow. All right. That was fun. 1,300 people still watching. I know a lot of you are already subscribed to the channel. Please continue to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead right now in the comment section while we say our goodbyes. And if you're listening in podcast form, feel free to send a tweet. But by the time you're hearing this, the decision will be made. Say yay or nay. Should I wake up in the morning and go to Las Vegas and attend the Lionsgate panel and the Warner Brothers panel just to try to see all the footage? Or should I just hop on here and hang out with everybody and yap and cover it like we did tonight? Let me know what you're thinking. Jenna, any last words for today's Face Hero?
It's at Hey It's Jenna Lynn on social media. As always, go read some comics. Go read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow if you haven't already. Go read Brand New Day. And go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is at Go Read Some Comics. If we get trailers for Superman or Fantastic Four, I will be breaking them down. And I might, if I'm able to, do a video about Brand New Day, because I saw people in the chat asking about that. So definitely be subscribed.
Jamie?
Oh, at Jimmy Jirac, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, all that business. I'm crashing hard. I'm ready for whatever happens tomorrow. But
plug your other podcast.
Yeah. Listen to Love in the Time of Hydra. Thank you. My Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 10th anniversary podcast. Our last couple of guests were really exciting, so that's fun. Thank you guys for joining us live. This was fun. I like these. I'm torn too, BD, because it's really fun to just like sit here and get hyped together. But it's always fun to be in the room where it happens. So follow your heart.
A lot of go. A lot of people saying go. A lot of yays. Stamina from London says, nah, stay and have a hearty breakfast. Go work out just regularly. Honestly, that sounds amazing. That sounds so nice. Comment section is not helping me at all. They're all split. I'm going to have to make this decision myself like an adult. Son of a... All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging with us. This was super fun. Thank you for the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for listening in audio form. You got our live reaction to Spider-Man 4's title and release date. Nothing like that has ever happened on here. I think that's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for hanging with us. I will probably go to CinemaCon in the morning.
He's going.
He's
going.
I don't know. It's like I'm going to Tokyo in a couple weeks.
YOLO.
No response from The Rock yet. So nothing, no Jumanji 3 news. But play our show for your dad, play it for your cat, subscribe to the channel, leave a 5-star review, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for hanging with us, and we will see you in the next episode, possibly for Daredevil. There will be a Daredevil director debrief tomorrow night with David Boyd diving into it. It's a banger of an episode. It's almost my favorite episode. Episode 8 is right around the corner. Stay tuned for that. But that is happening either way. It's already recorded. It's already on my channel and ready to go. I just got to press publish. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, play our show for your dad, play for your cat, 5-star review, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. We love you. Goodbye.
You